What's the deal, gang? What's the deal? Asian session is in full effect. We are back with the #1 Asian session live stream on all of the YouTubes. Welcome, y'all. Twinsies. What up, Jay, Karen, everybody in the Zoom? What up, y'all? What's the deal? Boy, did we miss a good entry last hour. Boy, was this a great entry right here on the break of the previous hourly low. Well, if we only started at 7 p.m., we'd be up 15 pips right now, at least. Oh, man. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for this 4-hour close, right, which should close bullish. And ideally, you know, I say we're going to wait for this 4-hour close, but a lot of things can print here. But the way we have printed on the hourly, we need the same thing that's happened on the hourly here to happen on the 4-hour. So we want the 4-hour to close bullish here. And then we want the next 4-hour to break this 4-hour low without making a top wick. Otherwise, we're going to have to wait for support at yeah, roughly these areas. Okay, so let's mark that down on the 4-hour. Let's bring it down to the hourly. Let's look at where our ranges are. Let's look at the hourly range. Okay. Isn't bad. Isn't bad. Yeah, I like this area. Okay, I'd like to see us close respecting 1906.31 and a bottom wick to 0456. If we can do that on the smaller time frame while closing bullish on the 4-hour, we will have position. Let's see where we drive down from. So it doesn't look like much here, but this is like an 80 pip range. Alright, we'll drop down to the 5. We'll zoom in on this. sorry. No, it's not my mic. Mic. Wait. Hold on. You guys can't hear me? Jay, you hear me? What about the YouTube? Can you go on the YouTube? Can you hear me? Did you guys hear me doing the breakdown? I turned my mic off for a second because my daughter walked in and she was... Can you hear me on the YouTube? Hello? Can you hear me now? Mic check? Yeah, all right, thank you. Yeah, no, oh, yeah, all right, yeah, good. All right. You didn't hear me during the breakdown? The whole breakdown? Oh, you really? You telling me I gotta start this shit over? You telling me I gotta start this shit over? All right, so let me go back. Where do I even start at this point? Y'all, I went over so much. Damn. Really? Y'all suck. Alright, so here's what I was drawing. We have a higher time frame, a 4-hour level at 1906.319, okay? I'm going to look for a respect of this level, just like we respected it here, right? If we can respect this 4-hour level, that's why it's drawn over there. Wait, that was the wrong thing. That's why it's drawn right here, right? See this big ass line, right? Going across 1906.319, that's our 4-hour level. Now, if we can respect that 4-hour level, which we just did, we tapped right off of it. We can come down, close right at it. I'm going to look for entries at 1904.566 when we get to the 4-hour close. What I was saying is, I don't want to say we might not get positions till the next 4-hour, but it's highly likely we don't get positions till the next 4-hour, all because we already had a really nice hourly position. Like, I was wondering why nobody said nothing. Like, the last hour, we started streaming at 7. You see, look at that. 1907.61. It tapped there on the dot and drove up. That's where we would have had our entries in the last hour. Now, we are still bullish on the daily, right? And the daily has created a top wick now. So what we might see, the thing, we don't drive down because the 4-hour closed with no bottom wick, so it respected support. Now, what we might see from the way the previous or the current 4 hours closing, you might see your motion printed. So what might happen here is you might find a support once this 4-hour closes bullish above this area, right? You might find a support here at this area, and then once we close above here, the next candle should technically make a bottom wick here. Next 4-hour, most likely the next hour, in the next couple of hours. But this 4-hour closes bullish. The next 4 hours should do something like this, right? Create that bottom wick to roughly 1908.226. Now, how that bottom wick is going to look like on a smaller time frame is you will probably get this drive, right? You'll probably get it coming down, right? You'll probably get it coming down to this area. And then you'll probably find a support. You'll see the 15 or the 5 do this, right? And as they do that, you can drop down on a smaller time frame and realize there's a level there on the hourly. So if it does that on the hourly, what this looks like on the high on the hourly is right here. This area on the hourly will just print as a bottom wick. Right? You'll get a bottom wick and then a drive up. So you have to realize that the motion is playing out here. You're respecting these areas at 1909, and this is just a smaller time frame making that bottom wick, right, for us to drive up. You might see the 4-hour not close bullish, strong bullish, or bullish strongly enough, or with a top wick where it doesn't leave, or with no top wick where it doesn't leave any range to go up. And then you might have the hourly after the 4-hour closes bullish here with no top wick or a weak top wick. You might have the hourly break the lows. As the hourly breaks the lows on the next hourly, right, and drives down, this is also a possibility depending on the higher time frame candle. You start getting closures at this area, right? And this morning we discussed actually wicking down to the lows that you make or to the highs that you make. So what's going to happen if you do print like this? You're going to end up getting a bullish move, respecting this area, right? Whatever, however it turns out, you might get a doji candle, doesn't matter. But bullish move, and you're going to end up wicking down to these lows, or these lows right here. And once you realize now that you've closed above and you have the motion happening on a different time frame, right, this is your move right here at this level now. So it really, you're looking for the same thing just on different time frames. We're on the 4, but we're waiting for the hourly or the 30 to print this, or the 15 or the 5 actually to print this. It really doesn't matter. The higher time frame, the better it is. And a lot of times you'll see one time frame leading into another. Now, if we don't end up coming down on the next 4-hour, right, and we just drive up, I'm going to look for sells at 1914.53. It's going to be my entries, because off the higher time frame, while we do tend to respect 1913, we tend to drive down off of 1914.53. See these wicks here? I'll go back in time. We just keep rejecting this area on the dot. All these wicks rejecting it up, wicks rejecting it down. So, as you can see, we will look for positions. See how you have a closure at those areas? Because you have a closure at these areas, once you come up there, you might wick to that area. Not close there, but wick to that area and reject. So areas, you see how very similar to here. You had a closure, and then when the market comes back to that area, if it's not to break, if it's driving to that area, you'll see a respect, a bounce off of it. So the market does that a lot. So look at this. A closure, see it? Solid closure, wicked right off of it, drove all the way up. You had a closure, you also still have that closure here. You wicked right off of it and drove it all the way up. Understand? So that's what happens a lot. You had a closure, you wicked right off of it. Right here. You see that? You wicked right off of it and drove it down. So levels that you get a closure at, a lot of times you'll wick right off of them as the retest of the low, retest of the high. You guys call it double bottom, double top, W's, M's, whatever it is. But you have to realize, I don't care what you call it, you have to realize what's happening. Okay? And you can tell by what's happening a lot of the time by just going left and zooming out. Right? So we did have a really nice entry on the last hourly. Unfortunately, we weren't. Look, it would have played out so nice. We would have had a massive wick entry. Look at that tip of the wick. That's what we would have had if we were here on the last hour. But it's okay. We are going to wait. Whatever the hourly did here, like I think Don had something similar earlier on, but whatever the hourly was able to do in this area, right? This is what we want the 4-hour now to look like, because that's the next close, and the 4-hour might close like that. But if you break the 4-hour low, you're probably reaching 1906.2, 1906.3, and rejecting off there, right? So, idea is to have the next 4-hour drive straight down before flipping up, right? We want it to do this, and then, oh, whoops. We want it to do this and then flip up. And if you realize that's the 4-hour, that means you have 4 hours to do it. It means it could happen, and this whole bottom wick would need maybe 2, 3 30-minute candles, or maybe a couple of hourly candles to print, right? It's going to take some time. But if you realize that it's happening, and when it starts happening, when the time comes to it, you need to take advantage of it. I actually spoke to Jay earlier today when he texted. Jay DM'd me, and he was trying to get the motion down, and talking about Jay Good, not Don Juan. But Don Juan actually hit me up yesterday on stream. I saw it. But Jay DM'd me today on, you know, on the IGs, and we were talking about motion. And the key really is to realize that it's happening a candle or two before it happens. Not to realize it. The key is to realize that it's happening when it's happening, but you actually have to realize the chances and the possibilities of how the motion can print a candle or two before. Right? Because we're looking for this 4-hour close above. We realize how the hourly can print respecting a support here, back into range, right? You realize that the 30 held support, right? So after realizing all these things, you already had your motion play out on the 30. You had it play out on the hourly. Now we might have to wait for it to play out on the 4-hour. And what happens when it makes that bottom wick on the 4-hour? It's just a retest of the lows, as gold does very typically. It'll fill the ranges, retest highs and lows. All right, gang, that's our analysis. Now we just wait for our levels to be reached, and then we need to read candles. Once we read the candles at our levels, we'll execute. Okay. Perfect. I'm glad everyone understood that.
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Yes. Should you just boo her or call her boo? These are funny. Your entry point, we're not in a position. Is this called price action? Yes, sir. When you read candles, it's price action. When you need indicators to read candles to tell you what the market is doing, then it's not price action. Can't believe I had to restart the analysis. I don't know, chat. It's gonna take a little while because now the hourly's rejected here. The move's got to play out. The move's got to pay. The move's got to pay when you enter, but the move's got to play out. The entry was at around, what time was this? This was 7. This was amazing too. Look, the hourly closed with no bottom wick and needed to come back and make one for it. Like, this was an easy read. This happened at 7 on the dot. This was the 7 closure. Wait, that doesn't make sense. All right. This happened right off the rip, chat. It came down, and the first thing it did was make that bottom wick. That's crazy. Sorry, Mr. Black Escadade. So what you are saying us that you need the slow... Huh. I think your keyboard's broken, bro. One of the two. Either that or you're broken. Either you're broken or the keyboard's broken. But I'm gonna need one of you to fix yourself. One of you to fix the other. You get stopped out when you hit your stops. Cat's on the keyboard. Cat's pretty good at English because the cat's like more or less getting it. Cat out here drunk typing and shit. How many gym sessions this week? I did 3. No, I did 2. Sunday doesn't count. I will sacrifice my next 2 years. Oh, I wish it was just time that you're sacrificing, my friend. I wish it was just time. You will sacrifice a lot more than time. But it's alright, some of them are good sacrifices. Like if you sacrifice your ego, that's a W. Time to usually stream? It's a 8 to 10, but sometimes we stay later if we have positions. Had to turn off the key lighting because daughter's sleeping. The keyboard lighting is waking her up. Shit, I put my TV loud on max in the same room as my kids on like a 90-inch, and I watch TV while they I don't know, I feel like my kids need to learn, or my kids in general need to learn how to, you know, how to be able to relax, whether there's noise around them or there isn't. Because you were saying your birthday's this weekend, mine's today or tomorrow, North American time. Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, DJ Wakita. For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow that nobody can deny. Hey! Ta-da! Surprise! Yay, everybody. We just had a surprise party for, wait, whose birthday was it? I forgot. DJ Wakita. Surprise! Otherwise, you can't live when they're sleeping. Yeah, exactly. Like, and me, I'm from a big family, and I had to fall asleep. And then if you live in like a big city where there's always noise outside, like I used to fall asleep to the sound of a car alarm, fucking fire department, the ambulance going by, and all like people walking outside. It'd be like 3 in the morning. Why the fuck is all this shit going on? But like, yeah, I learned how to fall asleep with noise, and then nobody else had to like shush their way around me. Right? And that's how I feel people need to be able to like relax and take a time out in their head no matter what's going on. Because in life, you can't expect everyone else to be uncomfortable because you want some comfort. That's not how it's going to work. It's only going to work like that with your parents when you're little. Outside of that, if you ever tell people to quiet down outside of your family, right, when you're trying to sleep, they're going to fucking look at you and laugh at you. You're like, who the fuck is this guy? You know, go back to your cell. Yeah, my birthday's on Saturday. Scotty, you guys are so lucky my birthday's on Saturday, because had that shit been on Friday, Don would not be streaming. We would skip that stream. How the fuck did Tino grow a beard in the fucking in less than 24 hours? What the fuck is going on over there? Yo, where's Tino? What the fuck have you done with him? Oh, he's right there. I was like, yo, what happened to you? Someone jacked the homie. You don't stream Fridays anyway. No, but Don does. Right? So I was going to be on that stream. That would have been bad. Yeah, this driving up here, and we ain't shit we can do about it. Alright, 30 no top wick. Let's see if we can come back down on this 30 and leave a top wick so the next 4 hour has a top wick to drive up. And then the break of the 4 hour lows, we'll look for position. If it rips up before the 4 hour close, yes, we'll be looking for sells at around 1914.5. Right, and that would be somewhere around the previous daily high. Right, so we wouldn't expect to break the previous daily high, but if we do, I mean, then we'll have a 200 pip stop. Just kidding, just kidding. But no, seriously, we might. Never understood this one until I started trading. Yes. My analysis is bullish, but hindsight is 2020. I think hindsight is 2020. Hindsight is ketchup and mayo. Joining now. W. Hey. I heard you say, hey, hey. Well, we do everything here. We teach a little bit of Forex, a little bit of English. Never knew that? Drowning man. Did you know that LOL is a drowning man? I think we went over this last year with the Devious Gang. There's a lot of new people on here. If you guys didn't know, let me break it down for you again. Right? This right here. He's just a little dude drowning, and he's got his hands up so you can help him. Fucker's drowning in the charts. Help! Did you know that, Johnny? Did ya? So whenever you guys type LOL in the chat, all I see is you guys drowning. In my head, you're all drowning. I'm like, help! Damn, all of yous are drowning right now. I don't have that many fucking life vests. You're gonna have to wait for another boat. Has to be with caps, yeah. LOL. Help. Thanks, now I can't unsee it. Yep. LOL, big head. Help! Ain't no one helping you with that big head. You flipped the rowboat over. Did you get a rest after New York? Actually, I did not. I dipped and I had so much shit to do. I literally got here and turned on the charts. I was out all day. Yeah, there's a delay with my roof. I had to go, so I couldn't. I'm having a hard time getting a permit from the city to change the roof. So and I can't move into my house because the roof's fucked. And to change the entire roof, I need a permit from the city. I could have patched it up with no permit and been in there. But my dumb ass. So I had to take care of a lot of shit today. What would you say to someone 6 non-losing weeks, still not profitable for me? And make all the money that I lost back, and what would you advise me? So yeah, you're consistent. You're just not profitable. You are on your way. I would say keep doing what you're doing. Don't change shit. Do exactly what you've been doing for the last 6 weeks. Bullish candle has no top wick. It means no more range. A bullish candle has no bottom wick, or a bearish candle has no top wick. That means it didn't grab liquidity. So the money's not an issue with the roof, but permanent time. It's not that expensive. I don't think it should be an issue for anyone. I mean, the roof's not that expensive. Like, maybe if I was like chilling at like an exotic car dealership, And you're like, yeah, yeah. The roof is not. It's nothing. The issue. The roof takes like 2 days to do. Like I'll have the entire roof done in 48 hours. The issue is the permit. Permits take like 2 months, and it's already been like 5, 6 weeks. There we go. We're filling the range up. Uh, 1916 147. So that's what I want to reach. I want to break the highs that we've made before. Because if we just being logical here, if we grab liquidity here, and as far as we could have gone was this. If we want to get to here or anywhere lower, we probably have to break this high and grab these orders. Right? If we can grab those orders, then that's what I think is going to be the move down. And at that point, if you look at the daily will have made a top wick and then drove down. We broke the previous daily high, grabbed liquidity, came down. Big J, can you do a little recap about what happened in New York? I understood the concept of entry, just a bit lost about how things went with the motion. Well, you had to use multiple time frames for confluence here with the 1 hour and the 30. You see I'm respecting this area. And then the area that we closed at, whoops, before, right? We closed at this area, respecting here. We closed right here. We wicked off of it. Then we drove down on the news. And if news was so strong, why the hell did it flip bullish? So, and then close bullish on the hourly. And then the 4 hour also closed bullish because the hourly after that closed insanely bullish. So you wait for your bottom wick here. I believe this candle was the entry. It was just a smaller time frame. But you wait for your bottom wick to tap these areas, right? And as it starts coming up, you take the buys. I think you had roughly 30 pips of range here for an advantage point, but it was based on the 4 hour closing after this big rejection coming back up and closing bullish, or closing weak bullish, but closing doji. Still rejected, closed weak, but still closed bullish. So we expected this. We wanted to continue up, but no cigar. We found a support and then we wicked below it and came back up, closed above it. Did I explain that? I hope Ahmed was here for that explanation. So we are driving. Daily might close bullish. We might never flip, right? Daily rejected right off this level. But then tomorrow's got to make a bottom. Like the daily still has to leave a top wick. Like this is interesting, but is it the drive forever ever? Ideally, the 4 hour comes up here and closes with no top wick in 13 minutes. We're in the last 15 of the 4 hour here. Why is there a Minecraft? Because I could draw. Alright, chat. Drop a like, sub to the channel. We don't even have 200 likes. What's going on? Where's everybody? We had 870 viewers yesterday and got half that today. What's going on? It's hump day. I should all be here. Middle of the week. We're looking at pants. Pairs of pants. Got a little cuff on him. and some wrinkles. And a faux zipper. It's not a real zipper. These are sweats. And then you got the belt buckle, right? And it's one of those big ass fucking belt buckles. Obnoxious shit. With the little small strap right here. Small strap. But this shit says devious on it. It's too, you can't see it because there's too much shit going on in there. It's also holographic. All right, so this is the pair we're discussing and trading today. We'll be discussing pairs of pants and gold versus the dollar. Price tag on those? 10 pips. Nah, that's a big ass obnoxious belt buckle. Dislike stream, Wix didn't smoke. 2 Wix will give free. Watching you daily from the Philippines, W. Thank you, appreciate you. Thank you for showing up. Ten minutes here as we're driving up. It might not stop at 1916. Might keep going up. Yeah, but it just can't. It can't just. It can, but it's technically it doesn't just do this, right? Kind of does it in waves, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? So whatever we can catch in these up-down moves. I'm not saying we're gonna trade the drive. I'm just telling you. We're going to take what the market gives us. And the daily has also closed bearish, and it barely has a bottom wick. So I'd still expect us to re-break today's lows. Flip the tape. Ooh, beat green to it. Nice. Good shit, John. Mr. Harder. I mean, you like for artistic abilities? Where? Thank you. Courtesy of Don Vo. Not big on drawing. I'm a shitty artist, honestly. This isn't bad, chat. Like, this is our session right here, right? Usually it's like this. But right now it's like this, so this is good. We're moving. Oh. Robbie's told us something, but what made you start your dreads? I felt like it. Actually went to a Revolution, Collie Buds, and Stephen Marley concert. And there was a dude with some long ass locks right in front of us. And I turned around to my girl. I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna grow out locks." And she's like, "Yeah, right, that long? You know how long it's gonna take?" I was like, "I don't know, but I'm gonna grow it out. Watch." 7 years later. And I wasn't even thinking of, there was just one point where I got sick and tired of everything, and I just started hitting the gym. And I went to the gym for like months straight every evening, and I gained a lot of weight, but like I was walking around with a big ass beard and just hair everywhere. And the thing about me is when my hair grows out, I showed you guys the picture, it just it fucking stands. Wait, maybe I could find a picture here. I gotta go back all the way to 2017 or something. Yeah, here, 2017. If I show you, I can't show this to you. Y'all gonna flip. All right, should I show it? All right, hold on. Jay, y'all want to see me with my hair before I got locks when it was growing out? I'll show you. Yeah. That's funny, right? Let's go. Start the comments up. My hair just big fro. Screenshot from my screensaver. I'll send it to you. Bro, you a mixed Ukrainian? No, I'm 100% Ukrainian Jew. Nice. Shout out to Grace, your best friend. Nah, but remember I told you guys I went skydiving, indoor skydiving when I fly. Remember I said I had a big ass beard and just covered my face? Like, this isn't big, but my beard was probably like double this. It was, here, you get another chance. Here, it was probably double that. Got lighter too. This one I just started gaining weight. It's funny. Definitely didn't screenshot that. Orange jumpsuit missing. Oh shit. Got 2 minutes here. No, you gotta listen, Kareem. You gotta listen to what was discussed. I mean, I'm sorry, not Kareem. Mustafa. This is irrelevant here. That line. I spent an hour discussing, like 40 minutes discussing what we want to see. 20 of those were on mute, right? But it's all right. I spent the next 20 discussing what we want, what I'm looking for, and what the market's given. Wixton had everything. I had to cornrow my hair because the shit was just getting big, and after cornrowing, somebody was like, yo, just dread it. Lock it up. Wait, I want to see pictures with the cornrows. This shit is, it's wild. I can't show that to you. All right, 4-hour candle here. Ooh, chat. We closed with no top wick here on the 4. This is interesting. Wait, let's go back here. If we can come up here and tap 1913, 19. Yeah, if we can come up and tap 1914.2, I'll look for sells. If we do that before making a bottom wick here on the 4. So sells. But if we come down, we make a bottom wick, and then drive up, I'll have to see us establish a resistance before we look for sells. Thanks for the gold analysis. Help me get a 30-foot move on UJ. W. Nice. Wix, what's your favorite? What's your dream car? Mitsubishi Camry Type S. My kid just jumped up. Dad, that's not your dream car. I'm trolling them, baby. I'm joking. It's a joke. All right, we'll do our secret handshake once I'm done. My daughter just ran in here. She's like, I heard you. That's not your dream car. You're right. 97 Camry. Oh, I remember a 97 Camry. Can you repeat your entire analysis over again, please? Do you mean for tonight or overall? Because overall, I'd have to go back to 1985. You see, chat? It all started in 1985. It was a Friday. I had bullish plans for the future, but I ranged for a while. How much effort will it require to move a finger and smash the like? I honestly don't think it's effort at all. I always smash the like button. I like showing love to the people that are streaming because I understand what it takes to stream and put yourself out there. So I show up to people's streams, I drop a like, I wish them good luck, tell them they're doing a good job, and I dip. But I still need to be reminded to drop a like a lot of the times because, you know what, I show up, but that's not what people think about when they watch a video. Ooh, let me log on, drop a like. But if they're on, might as well drop one. I mean, we're fighting the YouTube algo here, right? And that's how the algo works here. We got to crack this algorithm that YouTube's put in front of us, and it only works in our favor when you guys drop a like, because then more like-minded people show up, as YouTube recommends this to other like-minded people, right? And then we grow our audience. So drop a like, sub to the channel, don't be stingy, turn on notifications, this way you know when we're on, and neuter your pets. Did you see the alien in Mexico? I didn't see him in Mexico, but I seen Mexico post some stuff. I feel like Mexico dropped that, and like the rest of the world was like, nah, chill. Canada was out there like, we don't know that guy. He lives. America was like, why do we even sit next to him in lunch? Why are you dropping all this info, Mexico? This was private stuff. Like, the Russians are over there like, what else, Mexico? What you got? What else do you have? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everyone else is like, yo, Mexico crazy. He don't know what he talking about. Yeah. Mexico just done told the whole world what the hell's going on, and now everyone's gonna try to make him look crazy. I'm telling you. At the end of it all, you're gonna be like, damn, I should have listened to Mexico. Yeah, people are gonna be analyzing my hair, I know. Fuck your apology, send me 50 pips. Yeah. Word. Can't put an apology into my pocket, right? Can't put your apology into my wallet. Send me 50 pips. I love Mexican cola because they put they sprinkle a little cane sugar. in there. Have you seen the news on the Florida man? Which yeah, man. Everybody, if it's Florida man, it's countrywide. Like everyone's getting those news. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if they said man trying to cross the Atlantic Ocean, I would have been fucking surprised if he wasn't from Florida. Like if he would have had to have some kind of connection to somewhere in Florida. His mother would have had to grow up here. He would have had to visit here for rehab, something, but it would have been a Florida man regardless. Like when they said someone's trying to fucking, I don't know, rat wheel their way across the Atlantic Ocean, I was like, yeah, that dude's from Florida. He's going to Broward County. He's gonna be out of county in about 2 months after the psychiatric evaluation. And then resisted the patrol for 3 days. Went to school there? Yeah, I mean, like you got a connection to here, you understand. How many of your friends have been in the news since you went to school here? Like, how many times have you looked at the news and went, ah, I know that guy? It's like almost a weekly thing for me. We got a trade with Janez and Don today? Wait, Janez had a trade? I don't think he had a trade. Eddie, I'd have a hard time admitting those were even friends. Damn, that's the unless like you find like Tinder friend. Imagine like swiping right on mugshots. He looks like he needs a friend. Swipe right. Pen pals. High school friends from 10 years. Well, at least they finished high school, which is more than I can say for a lot of people that I know. Make sure you guys pull up to the London session with Janez. Is it Yanez or Janez? What do you guys think? I mean, yeah, you can say whatever you want in your house. I still can't hear you. All I hear is... Depends where you're from, right? I think it's made up. Word. It's not even a real person. Hanez. Oh, it could be. The J could be a Cam said it's Yana. Yeah, but then we've been calling Yanez Janez for a long time and he hasn't said nothing. Is he on here? No, he's not here. I was gonna say, you want to come straighten this out, bro? He's at the driving range. I know it. He's playing golf right now, 100%. You asked him, it's Yanez. Well, then why didn't they put a Y in there? Call him Janizi. Honestly, in America, he would be a Janes. Like in the US, nobody would give a fuck. They'd be like, yeah, Janez, good for you. Janes. Is Janez? Sure it is. Jane. Straight up. They would not give a fuck. You would go to class. First day at the university. Mr. James. It's Yanez. Next day. Mr. James. It's Yanez. I already told you. Day after that. Mr. James. They would not give a fuck.
If one of y'all says some silly ass name, this whole class is gonna feel my wrath.
Straight up. I went to high school in the States. Every time teacher paused and squinted at the call sheet, I answered present. Yo, me too. Me too. Because my name is, first of all, it's not written the same as it should be for my name, right? Like Yanez should have a Y. I have a similar thing going on in my name. Like I got two letters that are used to make one letter. Got the same shit going on. So every time teacher looked at it and was about to, I know every teacher when they were about to read my name, I had to tell on everybody. It was either raise the glasses. I was like, here, or it was like here. You knew if they were looking at it and they were either going 2 inches forward or they were going 2 inches back, you knew it was me. Like, only the teacher, if they were like looking at the sheet and with a straight face, they could just be, you know, like Bob, George, James, like whatever they're reading. They don't do it. As soon as my name comes up, it's like this or it's like this. The fuck's your name, Wix? It's George with an S. Huh? Exactly. You French? Parlez-vous français? No. No phlegm. Surge. Seorge. I don't know what a Seorge is. Yeah. It's Jimmy with a K. You from WBP? You mean WPB? No, I'm not. Five years, Danny. 5 years. All right, so we've created a bottom wick first here. Now, if we drive up, um, this level is kind of irrelevant at the moment. 1914.344. This was only if we came up first, then I would have taken a sell here. But we've made a bottom wick first, which means I'll remove that level, and I'm waiting on 1915.45. Mr. Kimmy. Kimmy Surge. Surge Kimmy. You change colors for the chart? No, your eyes are lying to you. Don't believe your eyes. Don't believe your lying eyes. Do the YouTube business, everyone. Get the likes up. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. And every time I'm watching, like, you know, a YouTube short, I'm like, yeah, I got some business. Leave me alone. I got business. Doing YouTube business. Do the YouTube business, everyone. How's your deadlifts at the gym today? They were dead. I'm tired. In Donvo's stream, you said you were near Mar-a-Lago. We were joking as it's down the block, but it's not down. I said it's down the block for me, but when I say down the block, I mean like, you know, like 50 exits on the 95. Like 40 exits on the 95. It's right there. I mean, like, I could be there, you know, tomorrow. Takes me an hour. Now, if I wanted to drive to Mar-a-Lago from where I'm at, it would take me a little bit under an hour. You look tired? Well, thank you. I'm not tired. I don't feel tired, but I mean, I'm a little tired, but I look tired? What does that mean? Like, I look like shit? I just quit my job at Walmart to start trading, not even continue or just, you know, begin the serious part of my trading or really lock it in. Quit my job at Walmart just to start trading. Well, I'll give you some piece of advice. Don't go back to that same Walmart, but do go back to Target and look to see if you can get better pay. I'm not telling you that you're not going to be able to be successful here. I'm telling you that the numbers aren't there statistically for you to do that and be successful. So I will say, while you did that, try to look for a better paying job than you had at Walmart and just look at it as an upgrade. Best Buy, Wawa, whatever it is. Continue, actually. Yes. Don't start trading. Don't quit your job to start trading. That's bad for everybody. Obviously, doing this is way better than working at Walmart, but you also have to be successful doing this. You don't even have to use that money to fund your trading. Everything that you're making, obviously, you shouldn't put all your income into trading, but psychologically, right? And emotionally and ego-wise and impulsiveness-wise, right? And character-wise, like it's not a good idea to not have a backup. We spoke about Plan B yesterday, right? It's just it's not there. And I can understand the ego there because you probably don't have other people to take care of. It's all about you, right? So if you show up at home at night and you're hungry and you got the munchies and you go to the kitchen to eat and there's no food, I think the ego is strong there because you really have to feed yourself, right? But that ego goes out the window once, you got to feed your family. So I wouldn't suggest it. Always have ways out. Always have a, well, if this doesn't work out the way I expect, then this is another way that I can, this is another road that I can take to get what I expect. Most people think they're consistent before they really are. That's very true. Because people think, you lose for so long that you go on 2 weeks of winning, you win for 2 weeks straight. It's like, okay, now I got it. I quit. No, but you need months. Maybe a year of like, hey, this year I've replaced my salary at work. If I do that next year, I don't even need to be at this job. Time to eat trading said no backup plan. Fine, no backup plan, right? But there's massive ego attached to that. Like, this is what you're gonna do? Fine. Maybe no backup plan eventually, but you have to have a plan as how are you gonna get successful at this? How? Because when you lose your initial deposit and funds, what's keeping you going? Oh, you got work. All right, so you do have a backup plan, right? Oh, you got money to live off of and saved up. You do have a backup plan. You got some funds to live off of, right? But people saying, wait, don't have a backup plan. That's like not planning to hit stops, right? Or not planning to go into drawdown. Every time you take a trade, you have 1, 2, 3, 5 backup plans. It's not just, oh, if I don't get this done, then it has to be completely something opposite. Exactly. It shouldn't be taken so literal. No, oh, no backup plan? Then this is exactly what it is. I'm going to zone in. I'm going to put myself in that box, and I have to stay in that box. No, you got to think outside the box. There's no backup plan? Fine. You want this to be the only thing that you'll do and that you'll eventually get to? Yes. But you have to account for all of the possibilities that might play out, because let me tell you, in life, things don't work out exactly how you plan. Sometimes, but majority of the time, they will not work out exactly how you plan. So if they're not working out exactly how you plan, how are you going to behave for those situations? You have to understand where you are in life, where you are in the charts, what point you need to make decisions in life, what point you need to make decisions on the charts. You have to understand which direction you're going to go if things don't go your way. And if you really want to do trading, how is that other direction going to lead you back to plan A, right? Because you shouldn't need multiple plans. You should just have safety nets that you can bounce back onto the road that you were thrown off of, right? You might not have, anything else that you'd like to do besides this, but you still have to have many different ways in your head, many different ideas of how you can still come to this conclusion. But like I said, hey, just have a kid, right? And then when you don't have a job and you're failing at this, show up at work and have to, feed your kids and look at them starving or hungry. See how you feel and see if you're okay. Oh, Pops didn't have a backup plan. Pops was just going to be a trader. Kid's going to look at you like, what? No, but what about us? Like, it's okay when it's just you. Right? Your ego will always supersede you, but your ego will not supersede your family. Turn it up. Well, the song's almost done. I mean, we'll turn it back on later on. But for me, yeah, for me, this wasn't like, this was it. I was going to do this, right? But it's not that I didn't have a plan B. What happened was I prioritized this over my plan B and plan C and other things that I need to get done. This just took priority, right? So people can say all they want. Don't have a plan B. This is plan A. This was forever. I just knew this was going to happen. Nobody knew shit. Nobody knew nothing. No one knew they were going to be this. No one knew they were going to be successful. No one, right? No one ahead of time, like none of these gurus, good or bad, knew ahead of time that Oh, they were going to smash it. No. They can say whatever they want. I promise you, when the time would have came down to it and you would have had to feed a few hungry mouths, you would do what you have to do. And you're like, well, no, I only got plan A, kids. Like, no, think about it. It just doesn't make sense. No, I had a plan A and I had a safety net and I had another safety net and then I had a vision in my head of not just plan A, but plan B was how do I get back on the road to plan A, right? Like working minimum wage, right? That's not meant for you to go to work and work minimum wage. That's a safety net for people that lost their job. You go back, work minimum wage until you come bounce back onto the road to success. Same thing here, right? You'll fuck this up. You'll mess up in trading, and then you'll look to get back into trading on the road to success. How do you do that? You get a job. You make some money. You hustle on the side, right? To live in Florida, you got to work and do a little fraud on the side in order to get back into it. But that's just what I'm saying. Like, there's other things. There's plan. You always have to plan for other situations outside of what you need. And a plan is just like, oh, no, then I'm going to go do this. No, the plan is going to be, I'm going to go do this like that, so it gives me a chance to get back on the road that I was going to. All your plans, yeah, you have a vision. All your plans, A, B, C, D, should center around the overall vision of where you want to be. And all it should be, your plan A, plan B, it's not take a different route. It should be just a different route to get to where you want to be. So if this road was blocked, then you're going to go around. You're going to still get to where you need to go, but you're going to take a different route to get there. That's it. Florida resident, I can attest this is true. What I will say this is we just spent the first 30 minutes of this hourly making a top wick. I'm sorry, making a bottom wick. Right? The 30 closed bearish. Now, if we can get this hourly to close bearish, then I will look for sells. Yeah, 1913.7. We get the hourly close bearish. What I just discussed with you guys. You had a respect here, right, of this area, so you formed a resistance, you've established it. So now, if before you get to that level, you get a bearish closure, you form another resistance, right, with this bearish closure. What happens a lot is the candle will come up to that previous resistance and just wick off of it, right? It'll create this wick and drive right back down. And that's when you get the break of the current level highs. That's when you get the rejection off the overall support. And that's where you get the entry, the wick entry in this area, right? Thoughts on this 30 with no bottom wick? We need the hourly close. There's nothing we can do here. Barely have wicks above or below. We're in the middle of a range, and if we do form a resistance at this area, then I'm going to need that resistance to be an hourly. And if that resistance is an hourly candle, like I said, I'm going to look for a top wick to break this current candle right now. At that moment, on the next hourly, it'll be the previous hourly, the one we're printing right now. And once we break the highs here, I'll look for entries at 1913.68, 678. Ideally, we come straight up on the next hourly. If we make a bottom wick, then I'm sorry to say that's going to be our session, and we'll look for positions later on. Does that happen? I just went over it. Yeah, look, you had a form of support. You formed. Formed support here. You had hourlies. You had candles closed bullish. You had wicks down. So you closed bullish at this area. Eventually you had a bullish candle wick down. That was your entry. Drive up. Formed the support here. Formed bullish support here. Wick down to these areas where you've had that previous support. That's your wick entry. If we really want to look at it, you really have to just notice it. Formed the support here. Right, established one. Closed bullish before it. Candles came down, tapped this area, wicked right off of it for the drive. Formed the resistance here. Well, for this I'd actually have to go back, but it's on a different time frame. But let me see where this is a good area. So it doesn't always have to happen exactly as these candles print, but the idea of a closure and then a wick off that area is the same. Let's see if we get that here. So here's the thing. You get a closure right here, right? Right here, right? And you see how you get a wick off of that? And you might say, well, we never formed a support before that, right? We never got a bullish close here before we wicked up. But if you look on the smaller time frames, there will be bullish closures there and then wicks down. And that's the tell. The tell is the smaller time frames and the entries off the smaller time frames. So you'll see a support being created, established right there. Let's put it in a box right there. Support was established. And then the 5 came down, formed the support before we established it. Right there with a bullish closure, and then you had a wick down to that area. So you really must play your time frames, and a lot of times you'll have confluences, but you'll need the 5 along with the hourly and the 15 or the 4 hour to show you that it's happening. So you'll need to scroll through the time frames. I mean, there's a lot of value in these discussions. Even you guys should be understanding what we're talking about and really zoning in on how you can utilize this to your advantage and find your edge, right? This shouldn't be just in one ear and out the other, because this is important stuff. This is valuable shit that no one will tell you. No one will sit down and actually take their time to explain to you if they do understand it, and most of the time they don't understand it. So even if we're not getting a trade, what we just discussed should open up your eyes more to more possibilities, more opportunities for those trades. So that's how I was looking at, right? I was looking for that we formed a resistance here, and now we're going to establish a resistance with a bearish closure on the hourly. So if now the next hourly can come up and wick off this area and tap it. Once we tap into this previously formed resistance, we should see a rejection off of it. How far it will reject, we don't know, and we'll play the candle game, right? We'll read the candles and we'll see what it does. But once it taps it, hey, the flip of the candle alone will be 24 pips. So if we come up right away before making the bottom wick, we get in here, we're pretty much guaranteed. It's 90% to 95% chance we're going to come down, re-break that low. That's our advantage point, 25 pips. We go break even here. We secure profits, secure some bacon, right? And if you want to take half, you want to move stops to break even or in profit, whatever you want to do, close full, that's fine. But once this happens, your expectation is now to tap the bottom of this range. Once the candle actually does flip. So once it taps this area without a bottom wick, you expect it to flip. Once it flips, you expect it to reach 1908.2, right? And once it gets there, then you make your next decision on how you want to play it, depending on where and when you're in the charts and when you are doing it. You guys don't just explain, we can actually learn and see live what you're looking at, no one else does. Yeah, well, I wish I had people like that before, because that's how I learn. I have to see somebody in action doing it and applying the concepts. Before it was just like, oh, do this, do that, and then when you ask why, it's like, oh, because I've seen this before, because it's just what it does. That's numbers, and especially when it came to a fib, oh, those are just numbers, naturally occurring numbers in life, and then I'm like, great, but why why is it applicable here? And it's just because it just is. You know, because I've done this for a while. Okay, I've seen it before. That ain't enough to me. If you can't just break it down exactly why and your reasoning and convince me, you don't have to convince me. Every shit in candle matters? No, I said every single candle matters, but that's what you heard. Sorry, gang. My apologies. Got a live studio audience tonight. But doesn't the daily say the candle is bullish? No, the daily says we are bearish and making a top wick for today to flip bearish. That's what the daily says. Is that what it's going to end up doing? We don't know. But that's what the previous daily candle is telling us it should do. Wick entry you were explaining, would you enter at the support zone below wick entry? Below? Or you would wait for the wick to come up, close bullish, and you would enter then? No, I would wait. If it comes up, closes bullish, I'd wait for the next candle to re-break the low and then enter. What time does a daily candle close? It depends on your broker. Every broker has a different rollover time. Why do you say move stops to BE, but it's not the entry point? No, BE is literally move stops to entry. It means move stops to break even. Where you entered, that's where it's break even. So if you come back down there and get stopped out, you get stopped out at BE. Not even shitty candle. Every single shit matters. No, that's not how I said it. All right, clip it. I want to see where I said it. I didn't say every single shit. Every single thing matters. No, they haven't, Swanee. I mean, they see me doing it all the time and they don't ask, so. You have to have a sound mind to understand. Yes, you have to have a clear head and no emotions and just logic going through your brain. You shouldn't be thinking logically about candles breaking and printing while in the back of your head. Well, you can't be logically thinking about candles closing, printing, where they're printing, at what time, what's going. You can't do all that when in your head you're like, I must make $1 million. I must make 100,000 by 4 p.m. Like, it's very hard to do. That's a lot of pressure. W. Damon. W. Daniel. This 4-hour candle? No, we're not going to 1905 this far. I mean, we can. It's possible, but right now I don't see it. Maybe on the next hourly. What I do see is an onion created. Wait, let me get rid of all this drawing here. There's an onion being created here on the 4-hour. So you might find yourself printing like this. So now you want, this is key because now you can get a bottom wick. If you get a bottom wick here, tapping 1908.168, we can look for buys. 1907.6, we can look for buys. But overall, you have the motion playing out on the 4-hour. So this might be a really good move for London. Janez is watching this. This would be something you can pay attention to, because now you have a level here that you've established. Now, if this candle, we rebroke the lows, so we formed, this is part 1 of the motion, part 2 of the motion, and part 3 would be respecting this area. That means we can close bearish but above it. We can wick down to it. We can close doji at it. Right? All the different possibilities of how it can respect this area. But it can come down here. The idea is comes down to here, doesn't break it. Next candle. Bottom wick. Ideally to somewhere here. And because you closed above that area, it's your job that once this candle here, once this bearish candle here closes above this area, it's your job to recognize what's happening. It's your job to say, all right, the motion is printing out. Let's jump down the smaller time frames, the ones, the hour, the 30, the 1 hour, the 30 minute, and see if we can take advantage and find the entry on a bottom wick. It's your job to recognize something that's happening. But that's on a much higher time frame, right? That's the 4-hour. So you're probably going to see this bearish current 4-hour play out. It's another over 3 hours left in it by 1 a.m. Eastern, right? And the key is going to be where it closes, because then if it closes above 1909.75, you can look for buys on the break of the lows, of the overall lows. Do we look at the weekly? Yeah. See, the thing is, last week closed a little bit below the overall support, which means we made a top wick and drove down, which is what we expected. And we're going to look for the weekly to continue down to at least 02 and maybe even 1890. Ideally, we come down to 1890. Might not be this week. It'll most likely be by the end of the month. We'll fill the monthly wick, right? So I expect us to be at least at 1885 by the end of the month. And now, if you had the preview, if we're here on September 1st, all you're doing is looking for this flip. Once this thing flips, right, you give yourself 160 pip stop, and you're looking for 530 pips on the monthly. And at the end of the month, you look at what you did. Ideally, though, if it was me, I would not have gotten a position on the monthly. I would have waited for the monthly to re-break this high, and if once it did that, I would have been in a position with my total stops probably being around 1,000 pips. Yes, 1,000 pips for roughly 2,500, or even more, way more. For roughly 3,500 pips. That's your monthly swing. And it probably would take you all the way through March, April of next year. That would be a swing. Shit hit me really hard when you said if you blame me for L, then blame me also when you win. Yeah, I mean, how come you guys only take credits for the W's, and then when it's a loss, you're like, fucking Wix lost me. Nah, if you're gonna, if you're gonna take credit for the W, you need to take credit for the L. 100%. Never knew Wix had his own show. We've only been here for a year, so I can understand. Off top, I think the most stressful thing as a trader is having cats there on my keyboard. I have a cat. I don't let him in here. Well, he doesn't come in here by himself, right? He does? When I'm not home? Oh, but he doesn't go on the keyboard, right? All right. Wix 10 is here, telling me that he comes in here when I'm not home. You 6'9" the cat, yo. You ratted him out. You said it could be a close respecting support, and the wick breaks the low of the support, and you buy wick entry. Can you show her exactly? I've done this 3 or 4 times. Come on, Damon. I literally done this 3 or 4 times today. How much you think a swap fee would cost if you hold for a year? Depending if you're holding sells, depending how big of a sell you're holding, you'd probably make some decent money. But if you're holding buys, you probably lose a shit ton. Yeah, no, I did it like for 3 or 4 different people, Damon. It would be redundant at this point. Weeks we don't get 1903, when the news happened today, we don't reach our target zone to buy. Our target zone changed with the more information we had printed in front of us once the 4-hour closed flipped and closed bullish after that bottom wick with the news driving and then not being able to continue to drive and the 4-hour closing bullish, our target entries changed and we were thinking on the fly. We called an audible. Hi from friends. Do you ever visit my country? Yes, I have. I've been to Paris. I've actually walked from Montmartre to Montparnasse. Or no. Where did I walk from Moulin Rouge to? I don't remember what it was. It was a long time ago, but I walked the entire city from one end of the city to the other, from one end of Paris to the other. Rain is falling. Oh wait, hold on, gang. I forgot about the Zoom gang tonight. What's up, y'all? I completely forgot about all of yous. We got into the conversation here. I forgot it. Damn, how many of you is there? Tino don't even fit on the damn screen. There you go. Hold on a second. All right, now, wait. Okay, now you guys are all free to unmute yourself. Whoever wants to unmute, you can.
Heyo.
Heyo.
Heyo. Hi, boss.
Hello.
Wix, we don't get 1903. When's the news happen today? We don't. I know. I just answered you. I literally just rewind 5 minutes, 3 minutes.
Yo.
I learned so much from you watching you go through analysis. Very, very good teach thing. You got it, cat.
Not to shut the fuck up and be quiet type.
What?
Is that Jay's new button?
Why are you saying fuck me for?
What you say, fuck me?
Yo. Who is that?
Jay got a new button.
Yeah, Jay's got a new button. He's playing with the sound bites.
How can you join? So you gotta join the
See, I
Clubhouse
fucked
or
his
Wix
baby mama Melissa.
Yeah. Damn. Where's Husky? Is Husky here?
I don't think so. But Tino's on stream watching your stream.
Tino
It's a
streaming?
streamception.
Yeah.
Tino, where are you streaming? I'm about to watch Tino's stream watching us stream.
Man, he has RGB behind his TV.
Oh, right there. I didn't even see. Like, why? What? Hold on.
Oh, he's got that stuff where like his TV is synced with the lights around it.
Oh,
Yeah.
so whatever is the background, it like hues that
Yeah.
color. That's cute.
It's actually very sick for movies, like with explosions
Yeah.
and stuff.
Pretty cute. It don't matter though. Don Juan has 7 bathrooms. That shit don't matter. Jay got 7 bathrooms up in
and
here.
somebody comes every week to clean it.
I only have
Nuts.
Oh, I only have 6, not 7.
6.5 bathrooms. Anybody in here got 4 or 3 even?
I have 3, but I hate cleaning all 3. I had to clean up 3 yesterday.
I gotta combine all of my Airbnbs to get 7 bathrooms. Straight up.
that's that
I've
inner
got 2 and
city
one of them is
lifestyle.
not working.
I just rotate. I go from one to the other. I used the one in the yellow room yesterday for no reason.
Well, you have to use them just to justify having 6 bathrooms.
5.
5.5.
It's 5. No halves. They all 4.
Oh,
Asian
sorry.
session, biggest way to time. You know, if you showed up to Asian session an hour earlier before me, before I was even home, you could have looked and had a position here on the hourly.
Yeah,
Solid position. I just wasn't
solid
home.
one.
But if I was home, I probably would have taken this before stream if I seen it. We would have turned on stream and Wix was fucking 30 pips in profit. All right, guys, great trade. No, I wouldn't. If I took a position, I probably wouldn't even have told you guys, honestly, because it would have been irrelevant to the stream.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? Fuck being humble. I got 6 bathrooms. Are they all in the same house?
In a gated community?
Spread throughout 3 floors and a basement?
One in the basement, one
What
on
did
the
you say it
main
was?
floor, and
3,100 square feet?
and 3, no, almost 6,000.
6,000. Double.
6,000.
Wait, you
square
said they're
feet?
all full too, right?
Hold on. How big?
Yeah.
How big is the property itself? Like the
Like the land
Acreage?
itself.
the acreage for the property.
It ain't a whole acre. How big is our lot?
Oh, it's not a whole acre? Oh, you don't have a whole acre?
6,000 square feet. I just got tired thinking about walking up and down.
0.75
6,000
or
square feet.
0.79, she said.
Dang.
0.79.
Yeah, it's under an acre.
You got a gardener and
But
people
I
to
have
come
land
do
in
the
North
yard?
Carolina though. I have like 3 houses in North Carolina. 2 that was left to me. But I have a bunch of land in the country. So kind of over the land. And then my
Wait, so you
girl's
got,
from
like-
New York. So she picked this
So you got
lot.
like 43,000 square feet.
Of like living space, not including closet and garage.
Oh, I'm talking about like in terms of your land. You said you
In
got 40
terms of-
or
Oh yeah, I
like
don't
what,
know.
0.8 of an acre? So you got
Yeah, I
like what,
don't-
43,000?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bruh, that's a big lot, dog.
How big is
That's a
your
lot
lot?
of work.
It's
I
not
got
a
like
big
40
lot. My lot is not
I got
big
like
at
an-
all.
Tenth of that lot, I think. I
What-
don't
what
even
do you
know what
have?
my lot size
40.
is.
What do you say? 40,000.
So
square feet?
0.79 acres is
No, like
43,000 square feet.
0.79.
Oh,
acre is
okay.
1, and then it's
Okay.
under 1 acre, so like 0.79 or something.
So yeah, you got 8% of an acre. I mean 80% of an acre.
Right.
Big Good's got a whole acre.
So
Dang.
an acre is what, like 40,000? How much is an acre? 46,000, something like 42,000.
Oh yeah, I did my math wrong. Yeah, like 43,000 like an acre.
So 43,000, right? So if he's got like 3/4 of an acre, he's got like roughly 31,000 square feet.
Damn.
Yeah,
30.
yeah, that's still a lot of yard work, bro.
That's a lot of
He's
yard
got
work.
somebody to come
got-
in.
I
So
got.
I have a hill in my backyard and my neighbor. So when they cut her yard, I have them cut the hill, and then I cut the rest of my yard though, so I don't get lazy.
I got a third of what you got. I got like 12,000 square feet for the yard.
I don't even know what I got. I forget. But I get tired cutting the grass already.
Yeah, I got.
I'm getting lazy. It's like I'm finding my way out of
0.25
like
of an
not
acre.
doing nothing. I don't swing my golf clubs no more. I weight bench. I got on it today. My girl laughed at me. Like I gotta do something. Like I cut half of my yard yesterday. I cut the back and one side. My
Yeah, you could
front
only
and
cut
the
half
other
in a
side.
day. You gotta cut your grass in days.
Yo, my lot is small. I think you got it confused. My lot is not big at all. I'm in a
What's your lot
cul-de-sac.
size?
Get a riding lawnmower. Too much work. All right, gang. We closed bearish on the hourly. So if we break the hourly highs here without driving down and breaking the previous candle low, I'm gonna look for sells around 1914 areas, 1914.5.3. But for now, let's see how this candle starts off. So if it starts off breaking down and retesting the lows, I'll probably just call it a stream. If we end up coming up here, I'll hold on for another 10-15 minutes because we might have sells. Okay, but realistically, it'll take a couple of candles to give us an idea if it's gonna give us an entry or we're gonna call it a stream. All right, you guys can go back to the conversation you were having. It's just I needed to point that out.
Yo,
Now
Vix,
let's
when's
go
the
back
last
to talking
time?
about Don's basement. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, what'd you say?
When's the last time you had beet soup? Because since you're Ukrainian, you must have
So
had
my
it.
girl looked up our
soup,
lot.
you
It's
mean borscht?
0. It's
Yeah, borscht.
0.57. That's our lot size.
The last time I had
My
borscht
girl
last
just
week.
she looked it up.
How do you get it in the US? Like
How do you get
someone
it?
makes it? No, I mean like, are there any places that actually make it, or do you just make your own?
Yeah, of course there's places that make it. Like, you see? You see where she,
That's-
see that woman? You see the woman right
That's
there?
tr-
Where are you going? Why are you hiding? You see that woman right there? She the one that makes it. She's
I was
standing
trying
right
to
up-
find like food like this in America, and I just could not, for the love of God, find anything like it. Like
Nah,
Cetellini as well.
My girl makes borscht. She makes everything. She makes lagman, mante. She makes everything. She makes, I don't know, everything. She a cook. Chat.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If you're planning on being with a woman for a long time, you gotta check the way she cooks. Like, she's gotta cook the way that, like, food that you love. Like if you don't love your woman's cooking, it's not gonna last. It's gonna be tough. So, like me,
Facts, Wick.
like
Facts.
I eat stuff that I would have never eaten before, and to me, it's delicious. Like I've changed my whole approach to food.
That's kind of weird, Wicks. You been in New York. Like, I swear I go to New York just to eat.
Yeah, no, New York got great food. You know what I mean? But no, I met my wife here in Miami. But overall, like, I was like, damn, that's you cooking? Why we even go out? This you? It's fire. Yeah, this is getting tough here.
Yo, I listened to Huss like 2 days ago talking about Nas. You remember when him and Don was talking about Nas?
Okay.
Boy, I'm in the red. I went over there the last 2 days and have fucked my account up. I mean, like, just like ready to bust a monitor.
Damn, son. Yeah, that's tough.
Nas has like, I caught a couple of little wins, but boy, stick to gold for a while. Now I see why people trade one there.
Stop it. Get some help.
For real.
Yeah, you better reach out to Husky, tell him you want a refund.
Yo, I thought about calling him today, like, yo, Hus, can you give me like a little one-on-one what you see and how you trading in NAS? Because it's not related to gold.
I need some free catering, Hus. What's going on?
Me and Hus almost was neighbors. That's the weirdest. We was
That's
talking about that shit
crazy.
last week. I tried to buy a house in the same subdivision, but I was on vacation and they wanted me to come back to close. And I'm like, I'm not leaving vacation to come back to close. If the house is meant for me to be there when I get back. Got back, it was sold.
Better put him on the phone right now and be like, look, man, you owe me some money.
Yeah,
You might think you don't, but you do. And send him the bill.
Just a couple of thousand be nice.
Breaking down, coming back to the bottom of the range here. Yeah, there's going to be no trade. I'm going to call it a stream here. Weird. We've had the last 3 weeks, 4 out of the 5 days of the week, every week, we've had trades. We've been averaging about 4 trades a week, 5 trades a week. 1 per day, and then we got only 1 trade this whole week, and it's a break even. And it was with the private session. During Don Juan's house party times.
I haven't had a house party. I went to a house party.
Yeah, you went to a house party, I know. Hit me up at 2 in the morning talking about I love you, man.
You're not supposed to tell the world.
He sent me feet pics too. He sent me feet pics, chat.
Oh shit, feet pics.
Nice post them, right?
I didn't get feet pics.
Valentino and Lloyd leaking the feet pics.
What's your only feed page? Share it.
Word with
It's
the
it's $100 to subscribe weekly. Refer a friend.
Oh man, I've been gatekeeping Tino's feet pics.
Tino's dying here.
Send them. What are you waiting on?
I gotta sell like 500,000 feet pics just so we could buy Wix's golf course.
bunions and all. Nice.
Cam's the feet pro though. Like, need a marketer, hit Cam up.
Cam is on a whole new level.
Yeah, I'll be reading the RR conversation, and it's just like between Jack and Cam, it's just like a day in the life.
All right, chat. Let me call it. I'm getting tired here. I'm gonna go, take some feet pics, send them out.
Let's go.
Let's go. Pinky toenail and all. All that in there. I'm zooming in.
It's a proper way to end the night. That's all I'm
zooming in
saying.
on the cuticles and the bunions.
Later, Jay.
You can't say later to yourself.
Now I'm talking to the other.
Wait, is he on here? I didn't see him.
Message.
Oh.
Zoom.
Yeah. Later, Jay. Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, later,
His
Jay.
daughter must have been awake, so he didn't show up on cam. Okay, well, hopefully today's session was a W for you. Hopefully, if you didn't take a trade, hopefully you learned something, got some value out of this. If you did take a trade, hopefully it was a W. Outside of that, it's been kind of a slow session. I think we got some news coming out tomorrow. Wait, what do we have tomorrow? Well, it's Thursday, right? The 14th. Yes, we have unemployment claims, PPI, and retail sales. So we should see a lot of movement, a lot of motion in the markets. Hopefully we see the motion tomorrow. Hopefully Yanez gets the motion tonight at London. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on Don's stream. Go join and subscribe to that stream on Don Vo's channel. That's where we're going to be in the morning. And do the same thing for Yanez for London. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place on the #1 Asian Session live stream on YouTube. Right here, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow we'll finish off strong. We're on a 10-win streak. We're 10-0 and 2 break-evens over the last 12 trades. So we will look to continue the streak tomorrow. Let's get to 11 wins. Let's finish off the week strong. Tomorrow's the last stream of the week for Asian Session before we come back on Sunday for the private gang. Right? So Zoom, everyone, fellas, Bougie, Lloyd, Damon, Beef. What's your real names, Beef?
Real name? It's Carlos.
Right, Carlos? Right,
no, it's Carlos.
Catalyst.
Yeah, it's not English.
well, aren't you Ukrainian or something?
I'm Lithuanian, so
Lithuanian.
Kind of,
all right. Where are you from? Riga?
That's Latvia.
Oh, all right, Lithuania. Where are you from?
The capital, Vilnius.
Oh, Vilnius. That's what I wanted to say. Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia.
At least you didn't say Russia, because I mean, back in the day,
I know the differences between the capitals too. I don't know why I said that. All right, cool, dope. So you speak Russian as well, right? Obviously, it's Russian speaking.
Not really. I honestly hated all my Russian neighbors, all the Russian grandmas.
It's a very Russian speaking.
Resented.
All the babushkas.
Yeah, all the babushkas. They were always speaking Russian, and then like, if you say, "Я не понимаю по-русски" to them, which is basically I don't understand Russian.
Yeah.
They start like yelling at you, how dare you not understand Russian? You're living in Lithuania, you must know Russian. And I'm like, bro, You're here. Speak in Lithuanian.
Don't try to force that Russian on him. He just spoke it. All right. Well,
Oh, we driving.
Ahmed, Kieran, Tino, we ain't driving. We coming down, and we're gonna have to establish another support probably at around 1904 areas before coming back up. Because now that we've tested this area a few times, I'd expect us to break the lows before we come back up. And if you look at the higher time frame, where the lows come down here, the daily fill of the wick will be
I just killed Glue Heart.
1906. What? Any chance of seeing 1906? Yes, just not going to do anything about it right now. I'm going to wait for 1 a.m. and see how we're closing around 1 a.m. All right, that's our time, gang. Time to say good night. As I was saying, Zoom, everybody in the Zoom, I appreciate you all for coming through. My fault, I would have opened you up earlier if I remembered, but I forgot that you guys were here. At some point, you know, in the conversation, you're like, damn, I'm talking too much. Where's everyone? And it's like, oh shit, Zoom's here. All right, gang. This is it. We're going to end off on our song. Mods, appreciate you for helping me out. The mod god, obviously. Green, thank you. And another Asian session. Oh, wait. Love and wisdom to you all, chat. All right? Perfect. Now we get to do it. Another Asian session is in the books, baby.
My explanation.